Thought I would take this opportunity to explain to you a little about mortise tang knives. In a previous video I had explained a little about a hidden tang knife, and I would like to show you what the difference is here. A mortise tang knife is a knife that has had the handle mortised out, the trench cut down it, and the tang slips down into that handle. This is a mortise tang knife. You can see, you can't see the tang on the bottom of the handle, but you can see the tang at the butt, how far down it comes, and on the top you can see the tang. This is a mortise tang knife. The advantages of a mortise tang is, one of the advantages is that you can shape the bottom of the knife in different ways when you're contouring the knife. See, this is similar. The blade is the same on this knife, but the handle has been shaped differently on the bottom of this knife. And another one over here is you got a sow belly on this one. It's a mortise tang, and it's a little different blade, but it's still a mortise tang knife, and it's mortised into the block. Now I'll show you how this looks. The blade, the handle, the knife looks like this, or similar to this one when you go to do it. Here is the guard. One of the reasons for doing this is it's hard to get a guard like this on over a handle on a knife. So you cut off the bottom part of the tang, and then the guard will slip on like this, and then you can solder that guard in place on the knife when you get it on there. One of the problems with doing that some people don't like to do that because it causes a 90-degree angle right in here, and that could cause a stress riser, they think, that would break, that could be subject to breaking. The way I solve that problem is I leave a little piece right in here where you don't have a 90 degree, it's 245, and you won't have any problem with that. I've never had any problem with it anyhow on any knife, but the old forging types, sometimes they had problems with them like that, with stress risers. And this one here, this new powdered steels, you won't have that problem. But anyhow, I'll leave that there anyhow. You slip this on here, and then you see this block has been mortised out with a milling machine. I mortise it out, and then the block slips onto the tang like that, and then you slip you got your hole through here. This is the problem, is getting that hole. You have to do that hole in here before you do your heat treating, because you can't drill it, and it's hard to find that hole with just the block there. So anyhow, that is put on there like that, and then you put epoxy in there and just put it all together. This one I'm putting a pin through here. There's really no need to put a pin through there, because when you fill that block up with epoxy, with that 2-ton epoxy, well, it's going to fill these holes up, and they act like hidden pins when you fill that up with epoxy and put it together, and then put your pin back here. Well, it's not going to go anywhere. You can see that in well-made knives like Rounders Model 14, 15, and other people have done that too. Even Loveless made some mortise tang knives. They're very good knives. They work very well. It's a little beefier tang. I think Loveless called his half tang knives. It's really a little more than a half a tang right through here. This one I think is 7/8 of an inch through this part, and then the whole thing is only 1 inch and 3/8. So you can see it's a good system. Works very well for a knife. Thank you.